YouTubers, welcome to my channel Try It Yourself, and today's video is about WYZE Video Doorbell. And in the beginning I'm just gonna tell you, if you guys will find this video useful, please don't forget to shoot me a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you're interested you can become partner of this channel, and the description is right here on the left below. You can just search through the join and thanks buttons, see what it does. Anyway, WYZE Video Doorbell. Why did I go with this one? Do I think it's the best one on the market? Definitely not. But the biggest reason wasn't even price at this point, but because if you were check out before my older videos, I have this video cam version 3 or installed already on my house, and prices definitely was part of the deal breaker. This one cost like $44 or something like that on Amazon right now. By the way, everything that I will be using in this video, you can find link right there in the description, and you can check it out. But the biggest decision breaker was that convenience, because I think it's going to be much more convenient to use everything on one app. You know, just the doorbell, my cameras and everything going to be tied up, and I can see from one screen, and I don't have to search from back and forth. So that's why I picked this one. And now I'm going to go through the installation and see how it works. So let's start with this project. So that's what it looks like. I mean, really small box right here. WYZE Video Doorbell. Let's just open up. So the first thing I see is this Chime over here that I'm gonna have to plug in. It's gonna be, you basically disconnect your existing, if you have a doorbell, an existing Chime, and use this one that it has to be plugged in and your just the house outlet. Okay, and that's it. You have a quick start guide, and this is basically manual. Right here, description showing what's included in in this thing. So this is the doorbell, by the way. In the description it says it was 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's exactly 1.5 inches. So when you plan to install it, just keep that in mind. It's quite a bit wider than just my house, just the regular doorbell. So that's what it looks like. That's the camera. I'm not gonna remove this cover, and that's the button. The cool thing about this one, or the, I guess, smart thing, it has this button over here, because some of the cameras doesn't have it, anything over here, and people push on the camera with your fingers. So I saw quite a bit of those. So this is quite visible button over here with this bell. So I mean, you got to be really not bright enough to push camera instead of this barrel. And there's 2 screws over here that you just disconnect your existing doorbell and screw this thing over here. So how this thing get mounted, there's got to be a mounting bracket inside this box. Okay, he actually this is the wiring that you have to bypass your original Chime on inside your house, so you need to use this. If you have already pre-installed in your house the Chime, you need to use this. And that's the bracket that you can use, but you don't have to. Basically it gives you an option to change an angle. See, to set a camera, I noticed that some houses, like especially brick house, you have a little corner over here, so you want the camera to sit a little bit on an angle. My house have a flat door, I really don't need this bracket over here, but again, I will check it out, we'll see. Maybe it will be useful for me, you know, to set it on an angle like that. But again, this is optional, you don't have to install it. And that's the camera, by the way. That's the bracket that you installed, and this is the button because you want this to run like this, the wire super low, so you wouldn't, obviously you don't want to go like this, so don't flip it, because the wire will get caught over here if you're gonna run to those screws. So you have to run it like this, and you try to, if you notice over here, try to run the wires or mount this thing so the wire coming through the hole as low as possible to this notch over here. So you run the wire through, there is a screws attached over here inside this package. You attach this bracket and you just basically just lock this thing. That's it, that's all it is. There's a list over here what's included in this box. Lay out how you install it, with that corner bracket or without. And need help, support, so I'm gonna go with the app. That's my app over here. So that's what it looks like, my two backup camera, two front camera and back camera. And now I'm gonna go with plus. What do you want to do? Add a device, camera, sensor, power, lighting, home. So I guess it's have to be right here in cameras. Camera and WYZE Doorbell right here. WYZE Doorbell, video doorbell setup. Click here to skip instruction if you don't want it. Well, I want to go through this. So next, and what I need for this project is Phillips screwdriver. You have to actually, yes, I have a screwdriver and existing doorbell. Next, prepare for installation. Make sure you have all of this. Basically just look through the package. I have doorbells, I have brackets, screws, Phillips screwdriver. Next, required items. Okay, so that's now this one, this little two wires, wire cap, which provides 4 over here, Phillips screwdriver. Next, now I need to turn off the power switch to my existing Chime, so we're going to get shocked, so we can do that next. So you have to locate which one. Like in my case, it's actually 24. It says that it's a Smokies and also master bedroom light, so you're gonna have to kind of go through and see which one is yours, but make sure you have to test that that's the one that disconnect your existing Chime. Okay, so breaker is off. Opening the Chime box. Now I have to open the box inside my house. Just pull it out like that. In my case it looks like that. I have 2 screws. Okay, so I have the box open. Next, what does the wire look like in your Chime box? Right here, see, there is option for either 2 or 3 wires. So in my case, actually 4 more wires. In my case, I have 2 wires, so I picked 2 wires. Disconnect both wires and connect them with the fuse wire. So that's what I have over here. So I need to disconnect these 2 screws and connect them with the fuse wire. Loosen up these 2 screws, pull them out. You have a few different wires basically for a few different settings. Like this is not mine. So 2 identical wires. I'm guessing this is if you have a setting with 3 wire or more, I guess. So this is my wire over here. That's what I need. Just a long one with the fuse over here in the middle. I need to remove this connectors. So over here now I have to, because mine was bended to run with the screws. Now I just need to straighten it up and take this wire like this. You can twist a little bit, but you really don't have to have it just like that. And then take this screw cap that supplied, twist it, not super strong, but to the point when this wire start twisting. So you move them right here. See, the wire black, red and white got twisted. That's when you stop. Make sure you don't have anything loose over here. You do the other one. It's right here, and then you run through the same deal. Screw it, until it twisted. So now you gently pack all of this inside this shallow area. Cover it up, and we're done with this part. So we're done with this part. Disconnect both wire, connect them with the fuse wire. Next, wiring work done. Next, prepare for installation. Now we have to disconnect the doorbell outside. So in my case, there's a flat screwdriver. So even though the supplied screws with this doorbell are Phillips, you have to check whatever screws you have in your house. So in my case, it's a flat screwdriver, flat screws. Gently removing it from the door, and you actually can use both over here, flat and Phillips, whatever you prefer. It doesn't matter. Like in my case, you know, most of them actually gonna be that way. So loosen up, So now you have to look at something. See, this doorbell is 1.5 inches. So to make it even over here on this side, you have to go on the edge a little bit. So you have to pay attention. If you're gonna screw this bracket over here, as you can see, is actually quite a bit narrower over here. So the bracket you cannot just mount like this, otherwise your camera will be sticking out from the edge and will be catching. So this hole over here will be my guide pretty much. Make sure that this hole is gonna be right on the center. Another part is they suggest to run this wire as high as possible, but I really don't want the screw to show, so obviously this is gonna be my highest point, and I think it's still gonna be okay because the wire is still gonna be inside this, so this is not gonna be a problem. Before I start drilling new holes, I will try to use the existing hole over here. Only one hole, by the way, is matching. The other one is quite a bit lower, so I'm gonna have to actually drill. So I'm gonna push this thing as high as possible. Okay, so before I drill another hole, because I might need to move it a little bit farther to the left, but right now I'm just gonna test this hole pattern just to see how it's actually gonna look like. It's gonna be kind of like this. So as you can see, it's just sticking a little bit over here. So to make it sit right, I need to move my doorbell to the right on the edge, maybe 1/16 of an inch, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I think this is gonna be okay. Looks like I'm going a few steps ahead of myself. So I removed it. Next, where's your doorbell wire located? See, that's why you need the bracket over here, because sometimes there's a picture over here, or diagram. Sometimes wire could come out from over here from the edge. That's why you need to turn the cameras. In my case, it's over here, it shows parallel, so we choose parallel and we choose in the parallel setup. And just give you a little picture, you can set it with a bracket or without. So at this point I'm gonna try without first, see how it goes. Although I have this column over here, I might need to install the bracket, but we'll see. For now, you can choose either wedge or the wall plate. We go with the wall plate for now. No vertical wedge. I guess those are not supplied. You either come out somehow over here to wedge it down, but we'll see how that to see the packages over here. We'll see if I need to do something about it. Let's see how this front porch will be visible. But for now, no wedge. Next, okay, we already installed the bracket, installed the wall plate. Next, install the wall plate, pass the wire through the blah blah blah, we already did that. Next, attach the extension wires. Use your screwdriver to loosen the screws on the back of your doorbell attach the fork part of the first wire to the first screw. Do the same with the second wire and second screw. Tighten the screws again. So there's no difference. See, even though it's a red and white wire in my case, it doesn't matter which one you're gonna go, left or right. This doesn't matter. So I'm gonna do that. We'll see what's the next. Well, apparently they suggest to actually use those pigtails and then use a screw wire, but I think this is going to be extra step in my case, and I'm not going to be using that. I will use this will have a really nice hook. I will just do the way it is, because the setting shows that I need to use these pigtails, attach it to the camera like so, or to the doorbell. I have to loosen up a little bit. And run it down like this, and then use the screw cap for this. So this is, I think, extra step. And my hole over here for the wire is not big enough to actually hide this bulky screw caps. So in my case, I'm just gonna cut one step out, and I will be installing it just like that. It hooks pretty nicely over here. Tighten up. Just like that, see? That way this pocket over here not deep enough. In my case, you know, if you're gonna stick it over here, so you need to kind of like look at your setting. But as you can see, this wire cap is not as much thicker than the pocket over here inside this bracket. So if you install in the wedge, yeah, this will definitely work. In my case, without the wedge, this is not gonna work, so I'm gonna stick the way it is. So after we kind of did a little shortcut over here, next step, I have to turn the bracket on. That's what the wire looks like. You pretty much just push it in there and make sure you line up with the you have to bend it a little more over here to push wire more inside the hole. Line up and just push it down. Oh, and guess what? And to remove it, if you ever have to, you gotta push it up. So line up and push it down, and that's what it looks like. And the edge over here, it's sticking out, well, in my case, less than 1/16 of an inch. Right here, that's what it looks like. So now I'm gonna remove this. Little sticker. And now the time to turn on the power. Power's on. Okay, next step, you gotta make sure the doorbell is flashing. I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty bright outside right now. It's flashing. Please confirm the doorbell is now flashing yellow. Yes. Next. I actually, your doorbell, I need to, I guess I put my, I did one step ahead of myself. I need to remove it now. because I need to push the reset button, and when I do that, your doorbell should say ready to connect. Okay, so to get that, I'm gonna lift it up. There's a little clip. Reset button is right here in the back, see? So ready to connect. I guess I'm not gonna do it in case I have to do it again. So ready to connect. That's the message. Yes, it says yes, it says ready to connect. So next, I already set up to my network. Select your network. We did that, and now it's just on the phone showing the QR code.
Ready to connect. Ready to connect. Ready to connect.
I don't know if it's too far.
Ready to connect. Ready to connect.
Well, I have a setback.
Ready to connect.
Well, let's do the reset button one more
Ready
time.
to connect. Ready 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 to connect.
This should be the easiest part, and it's not working.
Ready to connect.
We're gonna try to secure it.
Ready to connect. Ready to connect.
Now we're connecting. It says this could take a minute. But anyway, now I'm continuing the setup on the phone. But the QR code from this phone could not be scanned for some reason. Maybe it's too dark, too bright outside. They cannot see it. So I basically did everything with an iPad. It had much bigger QR code, so the doorbell was able to read it. So now it's actually connecting everything. It says connecting. This could take a minute. So anyway, when I was setting up my V3 cams, also from WYZE, I did it inside the house. Obviously, you know, when it's outside, it's tend to get a little darker or something. I don't know. So the bell was not able to scan my phone, but it could see it from the iPad. But because again, QR code was much bigger over here, so maybe that's the reason. Maybe my phone wasn't bright enough, or I don't know, whatever. But I was able to kind of like bypass it, trick it, and finish it up, set up with the iPad with a much bigger QR code. So keep that in mind. You have to do either maybe at night or something, or maybe this is just my case. Anyway, so now I'm gonna wait until it's gonna connect. So see, now I have my backup camera, front porch, and WYZE doorbell, except it's not on. There you go, now it's on. And I tell you what, this is a pretty good picture. Pretty good picture. And I don't think I need a wedge, because in my case, I mean, obviously the door is offset a little bit, the door jamb, but that's what it looks like. So interestingly, when I did the install on the iPad, when I'm adding this device to the phone, it's still going through the update. So I'm wondering if this is just updating somehow the phone part of this application for this doorbell camera. So the phone now is going through the update, and this one is pretty much, I mean, the front door. I'm gonna name it just as simply front door. And by the way, while the phone going through the firmware update, next, you're probably not gonna go because the phone is right now connected to the bell. Yeah, operation failed, it says. So I have to wait until the phone updates. So firmware on the iPad firmware update took about 3-4 minutes. So let's see how long it's gonna be over here. Yeah, so doorbell actually gonna have to reboot. There you go, it's done. Still new firmware available, update all at once. Okay, so done. That's what it looks like. So now I'm gonna go outside and lay, let's see if I have any events over here. This is front porch camera. So that's what it looks like. See, you have your setting over here, live, well, I'll go outside to do some commotion to see if it's gonna see me. So that's my box over here, and look at the video. I'm standing, and you almost don't see the box unless I remove the and it's a pretty big box. As you can see, it's 2 feet 24 inches. And you barely can see it over here behind the digits. So this is pretty much killing the purpose of this setup. So I need to come up with some kind of wedge because even the angle would not do me any good. I really need something to look down, and quite a bit. So let's see just how much of the angle I need to wedge over here to install. Yeah, look at the angle to make this camera. So just I guess it's up to you. So when just to give you an idea, the height of my doorbell is approximately 43 inches or something like that. And to see the bottom of the door porch, it has to be just like that. That's how the box is sitting, and that's just the camera has to be like that, and this is ridiculous. This is joke. So I don't like it, and now it makes me think what I'm gonna do. So when you plugged in the Chime into the wall, you go to your WYZE Doorbell, click over here, then you go to the settings, then you go to the accessories. Nothing showing over here. Add, pair with the WYZE Chime. Next, plug and reset. And there is somewhere reset button over here at the top. And press and hold button. I have to hold it until it flashes 3 times. Okay. Now it's pairing. I heard the noise. Finish. So now you go through the settings and name, tunes, and you can pick the classic doorbells. So right here you can pick. Oh, that's the cool one. But my cats are gonna freak out, so no, this is not gonna work. Door closed. Yeah, so 19 different ones. I guess for now I'm gonna stick with the classic doorbell. That's it. So that's how you set up. And this is on volume 1, by the way. You can go up to 8. I really don't see much difference. It's almost the same. So now we'll see how the notification will work. So now I'm outside the area, walking to the door. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I still don't see the notification yet. Yeah, it skipped. I still don't see. It's been 30 seconds now. Well, I'm leaving. I'm leaving, and there is still no notification. Over here you can see one. Let's see all events. Motion. Actually, it just didn't pop on my screen. 446. But when I adjusted to the end right here, it's actually, see, this one was fine. Recorded 20 seconds, 12 seconds, and this is for free, so I don't have to buy any subscription. 12 seconds, and I can download this or share it. Switch it to live stream. Motions. Oh, right here now it showed up over here. See. So here's another one at 440. Well, let's see if let me try something to turn the app off. And now what I'm gonna walk in the zone over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right here. So there is a notification, but it's just smart enough right here. So 5 seconds, it's connecting. 4:51 right here. So it's actually 5-second delay, and okay, so that's pretty cool. It just doesn't turn on when I have the app on, so it's, I guess it's smart enough to see that, you know, it just doesn't want to play with me that way. So when the phone is off, let's try it again. So I'm on the zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. This time it didn't catch me. Package is gone, and I'm going with the package. So let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No notification. All events, and then again, so basically it's delay. Here's another one, shows that I walked in. It's actually recording it perfectly, so it takes a setback, recording right when I'm walking in over here. And the cool thing on this camera, you actually can see the face, and if you have to zoom in, and this is high definition, so pause, you can go a full screen. You can download this video. Yeah, see sharing over here or downloading option. What bothers me though, that it doesn't track me motion every time I'm walking over there. Testing with the porch light on. When you walk in, hello, I have a package for you.
Leave it at the door, please.
So that's the sound. That's the sound that I'm talking right at the doorbell. So when you walk through the door, you see this LED light that actually pointed out. So that's what the view looks like with the... Okay, now the lights are off, and I'm walking to the door, and you could see this little blue light. So as soon as I'm walking in, actually last time it light up, so I don't know what happened this time. Looks like I'm invisible, but that's how the picture with at night with the lights off. Oh, right here. So I walk closer to the light, and now to the bell, and you actually can somewhat see my picture, my face. So that's what it looks like at night. No action, lights is on. Well, I'm approaching right here. See? When I'm reaching to the bell, its light is on.